We've seen plenty of evidence recently about how difficult it is to get a V8 supercar off the start line. And just to walk you through some of the things that need to be considered as you do that, let's just run through it. So we're on our warm-up lap, we're approaching the start line. First of all, what you need to do is really get a feel for the heat in the rear tyres and how much grip you've got, because that'll determine how much throttle you're going to use at the start line. To do that, we move the car around, we do a couple of burnouts, remembering there's new rules that no longer allow you to do a burnout as you approach the start line proper. So once you've pulled the car up onto the line, you're looking at your start-finish lights, obviously, or your start light. You then start to pull things into practice here. So what we'll do is get the car into first gear after we've engaged the clutch. We'll then pull on this little hydraulic device here, little handbrake, which will hold the car as I just feed the clutch out. Right, now the next and most important thing is throttle percentage, because that'll determine our launch. Now, throttle percentage will change from circuit to circuit. That'll depend on tyre grip, fuel level, diff ratio, and that'll determine how much. So 35 to 40% might be what you use for 3.5 ratio, which we're using here this weekend. So to know that I've got the car at 35%, when I pull it up, what we'll see here, there's little lights on the dash. So they'll, out the corner of my eyes, I'll be able to spot those. They'll light up. I'll know when I'm at about 35%. There'll also be a digit on the dash. So I'll hold it there. Now at that, remembering the engine's going to be ringing its head off at 7,500 RPM, bouncing on the limiter. So we hold it all there. That'll go on for 10 or 15 seconds sometimes until the lights go green. When the lights do go green, we feed the clutch out at the same time that we let the handbrake go. And the trick to a good start then is modulating your wheel spin. And that's a bit of an art, because you want a little bit of wheel spin, not too much. 0 to 100 Ks in about 3.4 seconds, bang on the money. Now, while I'm in here, and I've got to say I'm very comfortable, I've wanted to sit in this car for a long, long time. You saw Garth yesterday wrestling with the gear stick, trying to get into reverse gear, a little bit harder than it looks. What you've actually got to do when the car's stopped, and remembering that the clutch is hot, the clutch is swollen, the gears are still trying to turn in the gearbox, so you've got to get the thing back into first gear firstly. Once you've done that, across one gate and into neutral. Once you've got that, back out, across another gate and into reverse. Now, let me tell you, when you've got a 3-inch belt holding your shoulder in the seat here, which I conveniently haven't, that is much, much harder than it looks.
Absolutely. It looks pretty comfy though, didn't he, in the cockpit there, Mark?